Hey everybody, it's Frank the Tank here, back on another episode of our Boston Red Sox franchise here on MLB The Show 15. And instead of making another long video about trades, I figured I would just do a couple trades and then give you guys the updates. And we do have a couple blockbusters here. The first move we made, we traded one of our young starters, Eduardo Rodriguez, to the Colorado Rockies for Nolan Arenado. So we're picking up Nolan Arenado at third base. That's a great deal for us because remember, we are going to get rid of Pablo Sandoval, so that's a really nice trade. Works out for us, and they needed pitching as well, so both sides doing well on that. And then the next trade we made is an absolute monster. We traded our young catcher Blake Swihart, starting pitcher Joe Kelly, and prospect center fielder Manuel Margot to the Miami Marlins for Jose Fernandez. Now, I didn't really want to trade two of those three there, Swihart and Margot, but we could not pass up this deal. This gives us our front of the rotation ace for years to come. Great deal for us. So next move I wanted to make was to get rid of Pablo Sandoval's contract. So we patched him up with Sean Croyle, a second base prospect. He was only C potential, to the Seattle Mariners for Nelson Cruz. Now, Cruz is a little older, but he definitely fills that void in the outfield, and he's going to hit a lot of home runs for us and do a lot of good things for us. And we have him signed for the next 3 years, so that works out very well for us. And finally, the last move we made, since we got rid of Swihart, I didn't really want to start Ryan Hanigan at catcher, so we made a deal with the San Diego Padres, sending them relief pitcher Gene Mauke, catcher Ryan Hanigan, and third baseman Oscar Tejada for catcher Derek Norris. So this is what our opening day roster is going to look like. If you look at our rotation, we have Jose Fernandez, Clay Buchholz, Wade Miley, Carlos Carrasco, and I want to start Henry Owens in the bigs and give him a shot just to get another lefty in the rotation, and we're going to see what he can do for us. The bullpen, we have hard-throwing Alexi Agondo, Ronald Belisario, the veteran, lefty Johnny Venters, Junichi Tazawa rounding out the middle relief, setup man Ryan Cook, who was acquired from the Oakland Athletics, and closer Delian Betances. So I think we have a decent rotation and an okay bullpen to start the year. And throughout the year we can see where we are and make some moves if we need to. As far as our lineup goes, leading off in center field, we're going to have Mookie Betts. Batting second and playing second base, Dustin Pedroia. Third, the DH, the veteran David Ortiz. Third baseman Nolan Arenado, recently acquired from the Colorado Rockies, will hit cleanup. Batting fifth, left fielder Hanley Ramirez. Sixth, our right fielder, which is going to be Nelson Cruz, not Rusney Castillo. Seventh, first baseman is going to be Mike Napoli. Eighth, our catcher is Derek Norris. And rounding off our lineup, ninth, our shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. And this is going to look the same from the left side of the plate, although I am going to move Nelson Cruz up a little bit. And I think I'm going to put him fourth here, and definitely get his power in the cleanup spot. And so I just want to show you guys the lineups, and I will be right back with some game. Hey everybody, we are back here jumping into opening day gameplay. The Boston Red Sox visiting Citizens Bank Park to take on the Philadelphia Phillies. Opening day, obviously, so both teams are 0-0, and we made some big moves in the beginning of this video, in the last video you guys saw. So we're going to try to get the Red Sox into contention. I really think we can. We made some really good upgrades, and we have a very strong core. I wanted to keep some of the, big-time Red Sox like David Ortiz, Dustin Pedroia, Hanley Ramirez, even though they have questionable contracts that we could put that money to a lot better use, but we're going to hang on to them just for the sake of the series, because I don't want to clear house and get rid of everybody, even though some of you guys in the comments on the last video did want that. But we made some really big pickups, and I'm really excited about it. Of course, getting Jose Fernandez from the Marlins was huge. He's going to be our ace for years to come. We have some other good young starters. We're going to keep Clay Buchholz, Wade Miley around. And, we have that really good young core of players. Xander Bogaerts at shortstop, Mookie Betts in center field. Rusney Castillo is probably going to play a lot of right field for us. even though we picked up Nelson Cruz. But as you see here, today's pitching matchup is going to be Jose Fernandez, a 6'2", 215-pound right-hander coming off of Tommy John surgery. So we're going to do our best not to really push him too hard. But he's going up against the veteran Aaron Harang. And as you can see, here's our starting lineup, the visiting team. We will be batting first. So, Mookie Betts leading off, Pedroia batting second, Ortiz third. I wanted to bat Arenado fourth and put Nelson Cruz down in that 5-hole just to get Cruz some more RBI opportunities. But here you can see the 36-year-old veteran Aaron Harang, 6'7", 260 pounds. We definitely know what he's going to bring to the table. He's not a real flamethrower, but he has good location and a lot of good off-speed pitches. So we're going to try to handle that. And so we're going to start the season with our young center fielder Mookie Betts up to bat. We quickly get to an 0-2 count against Harang. And we are going to pop this ball up down the right field line, and Dominic Brown is going to catch that can of corn for the first out of the season. Next up, we have Dustin Pedroia, longtime veteran second baseman. See if we can get the laser show started a little bit early this year. He works a 3-2 count. David Ortiz on deck with one out in the top of the first, and he's going to take this pitch from Harang, and he's going to drill it down the third base line past Maikel Franco. Ball was in left field. Cody Ashley picks it up. He fires onto second, and we're going to slide in headfirst with Dustin Pedroia for a one-out double to get a runner in scoring position for Big Poppy. David Ortiz, first at bat of the year, 1-0 count, trying to get something to drive here, and Harang puts it down the middle of the plate, and Big Poppy hits the ball far, far, far back into the right field stands. That's going to be his first home run of the year, and 2 runs on the board, giving Jose Fernandez some early run support. And, that's something Ryan Sandberg's not really happy about, but David Ortiz definitely taking advantage of that mistake, and you can see Harang is a little disappointed by that too. 2-seam fastball that he just put right in the heart of the plate. And so we jump out here to an early lead. And after Nolan Arenado fly out, we have 2 outs with Nelson Cruz making his Boston Red Sox debut, and he is going to pop this one up to third base, and Maikel Franco tracking that, and he will put this away for the third out. But a great inning nonetheless, as we have the replay here. David Ortiz hits an absolute laser into the right field stands, and the Boston Red Sox jump out to a 2-0 lead. So here we could see the Philadelphia Phillies lineup. This team is not really good. They have, Abdul Herrera center field. Hernandez batting second. Maikel Franco is a great prospect for them. Darren Raffolder, still, not too deep into the league, batting fourth. Fifth, Dominic Brown in right field. Sixth, Cody Ashley playing left. Veteran catcher Carlos Ruiz batting seventh. Freddie Galvis 8th, and Aaron Harang 9th. As you can see that Herrera leads off the game with a single there. We got deep into a 3-1 count with Fernandez. Now next up, Cesar Hernandez is going to put this one deep in the gap, but we are going to be able to track that down with Hanley Ramirez, and the runner is not going to advance as we get that into the cutoff guy. So deep fly ball that we didn't really need there. But up next, Maikel Franco, 2-2 count, and he's going to pop this up. Pedroia is just going to have to range a little bit to his left, and he will put this one away for the second out of the inning. So after that leadoff single, Fernandez really settles down, gets 2 quick outs, and after a walk, we are going to have Dominic Brown put one almost in the exact same spot, and Hanley Ramirez is going to track that one down. So nothing doing here in the bottom of the first. We still have a 2-1 lead, and Jose Fernandez starting to settle in. But we have a jam here, 2-2 count with 2 on at the bottom of the second, and he is going to strike out Freddie Galvis. This is after a Cody Ashley walk and a Carlos Ruiz double. So this is good here because we have the pitcher coming up, a 2-1 count. But this curveball was going to get away from Derek Norris, and Cody Ashley is going to come in to score. So that is a 2-1 ball game now. Pitch Fernandez wish he could have back. But with Aaron Harang at the plate, I was feeling pretty good until he hits this down the right field line. This ball's going to slice, not enough. It's going to stay fair. Going to bounce off the wall. Nelson Cruz is going to pick it up and fire into the cutoff guy. But the damage has been done. Pitcher Aaron Harang trying to get a hashtag pitchers who rake with a 1-out double here to score the run and tie the game. So we're going to jump here to the bottom of the fourth. We limited the damage in the bottom of the second. Derek Norris up with an 0-0 count, recently acquired from the Padres, and he's going to put a drive into this one deep to left field, and this ball is going to be gone. A solo home run for Derek Norris, putting the Red Sox back on top 3-2. So a very clutch hit for Derek Norris there. nice to, make his debut and, make us, not regret that trade, because we didn't give up too much, but we give up every time you give up 3 for 1. You want to get a guy with some good production in, and I think Norris is going to do pretty well for us. So here in the bottom of the 4th, Jose Fernandez is going to pitch it to Harangi, bunt, and David Ortiz, who plays first, off to shortstop for the double play. And David Ortiz, he is going to play first for us against left-handers, or in the National League ballparks when we don't have any DH. But turning a nice tricky double play there. So here we go, top of the 5th, bases loaded. Nolan Arenado up with 1 out, and he is going to crush this one deep to center field. That's going to get through, and we are going to score 2 runs there after. We're going to score Fernandez and Mookie Betts there. Dustin Pedroia moves up to second, and right after this, I think, is when my Elgato stopped recording. Right after this here, so that was all the damage we really did. The bottom of the 8th, Ronald Belisario came on, and he did give up a solo home run to Darren Ruff. But we are going to win this game by a score of 5-3. Now, Jose Fernandez was the winning pitcher. 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. We did get him up to 110 pitches, which is a little higher than I wanted to go for his first start of the year. But Aaron Harang gets the loss for Philadelphia. Some offensive notes: David Ortiz was 2 for 4 with a 2-run homer, and Derek Norris 1 for 4 with that solo home run. Nolan Arenado adding a 2-run single in the top of the 5th. And that's going to do it for this video. I will get the problem solved with my Elgato, so the next video will be back to normal. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will be back soon with more MLB 15 The Show content.